This is the problem with a lot of non-dual teachings, especially the modernized versions or misinterpreted ones. Mainly, I would say don't take on any direct pointers from non-dual teachings as a philosophy for life, especially not on a relative level. You can use them as instructions, exercises to get to a certain result, to deconstruct a certain illusion and get to an experiential realization. But that's different than using it as a life philosophy, which is conceptual. And the genuine teachers of non-duality, the sages of the past and so forth, that were genuinely embodied, they could make some extreme statements as teaching tools. But if you really sort of study their work across the board, you'll see that they have no attachment to even their own views. They don't use any of it as a life philosophy. They don't have it as a life philosophy. But what you see a lot in modern day scattered westernized civilization and neo-Advaita teachings, neo-non-duality, is that people live in the lifestyle of it. They've taken on these statements and they've made it a conceptual lifestyle, and they're living in that, thinking that they're professing the ultimate truth when they haven't even really tapped into it themselves, not sufficiently enough to set them free from all views. And total freedom is freedom from all views, including free will or no free will. Then you can use these as teaching tools to guide others into certain states and using exercises. But you got to be careful what people adopt as a life view or what you adopt as a view on life. And the best thing to do is to adopt a holistic, balanced view of life that applies to its different levels of relevancy. If you're starting a business, a whole different approach or lifestyle or architecture for yourself becomes relevant versus if you're just wanting to be in your studio, paint all day long. Those are different modalities, ways of life, and they require different views. All views are relative. They're only true relative to their purpose, their function, their relevance. So there is no ultimate truth in that sense when it's taken on as a concept. You could say, with the exception of the law, that all is one. There is only one infinite unity, and all is an expression of that. So you let go of the conceptualization of it. It's the same principle. Whereas most people cling to the view that gives them little glimpses of a higher state of consciousness, but then they cling to that view and they start battling themselves and others and denying themselves and others and so forth, and not actually being in touch with the truth at all, which is simply a higher level of consciousness where things are clear. There's a certainty, but it's not a certainty of the mind. It's not a certainty of a point of view. It's not an argument. It's not an opinion. It's a living, fresh, all-inclusive experience, and it comes with great love and acceptance.